And welcome, folks, to the final episode of Let's Play Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam. We are finally on the last portion, the last episode of this long-ass Let's Play. We've gone through quite a bit here, and let's try and finish this up with the last portion of survival mode. We've taken care of non-space only, blasted through no zero G. Finally, we have random as hell to go through. And since it is random in that accord, we will use a random name here. Let's find one I haven't used before. There we go. I haven't used Shootout, I think. If not, oh well. Now, there was a request for a specific mobile suit to run through this last little thing for it. There's only a little problem with that, and I don't think it's actually usable. Somebody asked me if I would use the RB-79 ball, and I don't have a care to do it whatsoever, but I don't think it's selectable outside of versus battle and training mode. Matter of fact, that's true for most of the mobile armors except for like the Psycho Gundams, which should still be selectable. Yep, they're selectable. So I think what we're going to do in this case is I'm going to try and put a little bit of my my faith in this monstrosity. I hate the gym with a passion undying, but we're going to use the gym and its awkwardly better cousin, the Gym 2, and hope for the best, right?
Commenced battle with enemy units in the city. Destroy enemy mobile suit.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Matilda. Can I launch now?
The battle's begun.
Oh, judo. Alright, here in New York. Let's take care of this. Come on, get back up. Nice try. Oh, you're a Gym 2, aren't you? Yes, you are. Now, I wouldn't recommend, if you're trying to, well, survive in survival mode, I wouldn't recommend doing up-close and personal combat. That's a good way to get yourself killed. Try and use your shots wisely and make them take distance from you. Because even if you manage to get a couple of decent hits in, if they use a combo on you, especially in the upper levels, like, level 15 or so and above, you're going to have a lot of problems surviving. You may, but you're going to have very little health. I also recommend not doing what I've been doing in these episodes, and hello out of nowhere, less talking, more fighting. I wouldn't recommend using low-cost units like I have been doing, Zaku 1, the Gym, anything like that, especially if you want to make it to the upper levels of survival mode. Survival mode is a really good way to get points that you can use to redeem in gallery mode, but you need to be able to survive to stack those points up. And it's affected by the units that you actually use, but it's nowhere near to the degree that it was in UC mode, so you don't have to worry about that necessarily.
Destroy mobile suits unit.
And so far, the survival mode has been kind of generous. I haven't been fighting anything too stressful yet. However, every 5th level or so, I'm going to end up going up against a boss in whatever random mobile suit they have. And just a quick hint, most of them will have the Awaken type of recover, so you're going to end up having to kill them twice. Once they actually get them to use the gauge, because their AI partners will never end up using the gauge for idiotic and moronic reasons. You're sure as hell will. I like the zero-G missions, but they don't have the speed that I want. That was what they really did well in Encounters in Space. Granted, it was kind of a rail shooter in some parts, but when you got to that 360 freedom in space, that was some fun combat right there. Ooh, you nearly had me with that. Oh, fucker. And the Hyzak clips, which is fun. Where'd that chip go? See, don't do this. I wouldn't recommend ever going in for close quarters combat, even though, ooh, dodge. Not quite there.
Mission complete.
Let's see here. Still hate the Gym. The Gym 2 is slightly redeemable, although only just. The Gym Custom, however, I absolutely love the Gym Custom. It's from 0083. and it's one of my favorite well, kind of semi-mass-produced mobile suit. I think it was an ace-only or veteran pilot-only type. I know there's only a handful of them, like the Gun Cannon 2, or the Gem Gun Cannon, which is what it looks like.
We're going, everyone. You all got that?
Such a weird series, Double Zeta. Especially from going from the serious fuck tone that Zeta had set down to the Saturday morning cartoon show feelings that Double Zeta actually gave you. Until you got to the second half, and then it becomes an entirely different animal, really. It's kind of like the exact opposite of Double O. The first season was kind of good. Then you get to the second season, and it just goes kind of horrible. And then you can't even really blame it on new type angst, which is the usual befuddlement of the UC universe for it. Although they did have the whole thing at the end, and I won't really spoil it for you if you haven't seen any of the movies, but ooh, I don't want you to be here. Fuck you, Jim. I'm not sure how that managed to hit him. I think I actually hit him in the back of the head.
Come back.
Judo Ashita, returning.
You'd have to be a new type to get this sucker to dance.
Enemy action in Axis airspace.
At least in this game. Comparatively and specs-wise, the Gem 1 wasn't that bad of a mobile suit. It certainly could outdo the Zaku 2 in a lot of aspects for it, which at the end of the one-year war, especially towards the Battle of Ku, and even before that, the Battle for Solomon and all those, the Gem 2 was outclassing the Zaku 2. Now, the Zaku 2 had a shit ton of different variations to it. I mean, you've got, was it A through, well, a lot. I think it was even up to J-type, probably more. Just don't remember off the top of my head. But they were still using, or most part, still using a solid ammo system. When the Gem, a low-level grunt suit for the Federation, was standard issue with a beam rifle, or at least a beam pistol. And don't matter how much armor you have, a beam can melt right through that shit. I missed that entirely. That actually clipped me. Surprised it didn't stun me. Oh fuck, dude. Ooh, that's an ally, or an enemy. No, he was coming in for the kill too. And a lot of the extended universe has shown why certain mobile suits, even though they were superior in ways, like the Galgoog or things like that, just weren't widely used in the Xeon's war effort, especially the space war effort. Hell, there was even, I think there's actually been retconned a Galgoog ground type, which saw limited production as prototype units, as test beds, as it were, on the Earth sphere. And it supposedly happened sometime around, I think it could be between the Odessa offensive and the attack on Jaburo. Which, it looked, you know, the variations themselves, I think they were Okuna-style variations, but they looked okay. I mean, it looks like a standard Galgoog with like hover, like the Dom-type hover jets in the feet. It's supposedly how the design worked, but because of resources and the fact that they use Odessa, they had to abandon that plan.
I'm going to teach you that a mobile suit has its limits.
All right, so we must be on the 5th level here because we just got our first boss. So, Shar, and speaking of Galgoogs.
What is this feeling?
Wait. Speed already, eh? He should have recovery. I think that was his partner who used it. No, for being speedy, you sure don't have a whole lot of dodging capabilities. Well, I guess he did. Maybe it's after level 5 they actually have the awakened recovery. I don't give a shit. I usually forget that they can use recovery until they actually do, and then I'm fucked over for some reason.
We're attacking the enemy at Kennedy Spaceport. Destroy the enemy forces!
Let's see, what other arguments have I seen? Oh yeah, that there hasn't been, somebody was bringing up on a board I was reading that there aren't enough Federation aces that are well known compared to the Xeon aces. And at first glance, yeah, I could see that. I mean, you've got Johnny Raiden, Shin Matsunaga, Char. Let's see who else. There's a couple others I can't think off the top of my head. Black Tri-Stars, Rumble Rawl. You could count Char and Dulzel in there, I suppose. And there's quite a few of them, but... Or what's his face? Shara Bull? Yeah, and there's Lala as well for it. I mean, there's quite a few that are well known from Xeon's side, but there, I think, are a similar amount that haven't been retconned in through the Federation. I mean, you've got Armoro off the bat. You can count Sayla, I suppose, and if you can count Sayla, then Kai Shiden, and then there's Slegger Law. I would count Slegger at least a veteran. Well, like hell am I going to get killed by you?
I won't let you bring me down.
Oh yeah, I tried to use the Vulcans. That didn't work. Alright, need to not die here. Oh, thanks, partner. You dick. Nice. Very well done. You didn't even hit him.
Mission over. Come back.
Judo Ashita, returning.
Does anyone else think it's kind of a weird design that the gym has a collar? I mean, the RX-78 also had a similar feature for it, but why would you put that onto a mobile suit? It almost looks like they're wearing a shirt or a uniform. Just, kind of odd.
I won't let a jerk
Random
like
observations
you
by
get the
Lokamar. Let's see here. And up until late UC, where the advent of beam shields became really commonplace, a lot of units were prone to be stocked with just a regular shield with an anti-beam coating. Granted, it probably won't be able to survive a hell of a lot of hits, but it could at least take a good solid beating off of that beam weapon before it finally hit the dust and melted. Unless you're going up against like the big Zombs freaking mega particle cannon right off the bat, then yeah, that'll melt it. Matter of fact, I think there's a scene where a gem does get its ass handed to him by a big Zomb. Get my health rather low here, but we do have recov now. Now I can school the guy in proper swordsmanship here. It could have been bad if I had continued slashing like that. My partner would have been able to use that recov gauge for it.
Mission over. Please return.
Still not quite enough for a new type ranking here. This game was definitely fun. I just, after going through UC mode, I kind of got burnt out on it for a while. But with arcade mode, where it was kind of short and sweet per route, it wasn't too bad. And survival's just good old types of fun that you can just beat up on the enemy with no care. I don't have to worry necessarily about having to repeat a mission over and over again to actually advance. If I die, I die. Oh yeah, there's another ace, the White Dingo team. And then you can actually count, if you are counting the retcon or video games afterwards, you got Agar, Ford, Romfellow, whatever his partner's name was, with his ass handed to him. Let's see, who else you got? Oh, there's Ko Yujima too. Ko Uraki you can count as well. And then in that regard, you've got Anibal Gato for Xeon Aces. Nice, still good check. In that case, you can probably count Sima Garahar as well. South Burning, who pilots my favorite gym custom there. Till unfortunate events, but let's see, who else? You could probably put Nina Purpleton on the list of Xeon aces or veterans. I mean, her kill count was probably quite high thanks to her absolute batshit insane idea to let the colony hit.
Mission over. Come back.
Hey, there we go. New
Judo
type
Ashita,
evaluation,
returning.
rank C. That might be the highest I've gotten in survival mode.
Belfast base is under
Ooh, underwater
enemy fire.
gym combat. Only good things can come out of this one. Let's see,
We're
who
going,
else?
everyone.
Some
You'll
other
got
names I
that.
just cannot remember for the life of mine. Now, in terms of absolute aces in the entire Xeon and Federation side, I know Armoro had a hell of a kill count by the end of it. And if you count allies, Char was pretty well up there as well. Shield managed to catch it though. See, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head for it, but I thought there was one other person in the Federation who managed to outrank or outdo Armoro a number of kills. Now that may be a combination of mobile suit and other types of vehicle kills. I know that some of the Xeon figures had to have been padded, or they had to at least count Magellan tanks and stuff like, or not Magellan tanks, but other types of tanks and aircraft, saberfish, that type of thing. Because I know some of them couldn't have happened to be mobile suit kills if they happened for the deployment of the mobile suits, or of Federation mobile suits. Although with, retcons coming out like nothing, just out of the woodwork, it wouldn't surprise me if you would put some of that stuff there. When you look at the MS Igloo series, yep, out of ammo. Time to use the... Oh, maybe not. Aw. There we go.
That's what you get for showing off.
All's well that ends well, eh? Except if you're that Gundam ground type. And then your day's pretty shitty.
Mission over. Please return.
Damn. Wish my
True
accuracy's
Ashton.
better.
We're attacking the
Alright,
enemy
number
inside
10.
the colony
Boss time. Dual
Please
gun
destroy
cannons,
the
those will
enemy
be a pain in the
forces.
ass. Although I do have a gun cannon for a partner. That'll at least have some effect.
Going, everyone. You all got that?
Okay, here. I hate this level. I hate this level because of the pillars.
Right.
They're just annoying enough to hinder me. But they're not helpful enough to actually block the enemy's shots. Oh, no you don't. Hit him. Take advantage of the gravity. Yes! Haha, bitch! You fucker. Was not happy that I did that to him. When in doubt, ram the beam rifle into his face. Or his feet, either way. I'm not picky. You're a partner. Ah! No, honestly, I should be dodging to the right instead of the left. My shield will cover better if it's that way. Well, what the fuck killed him?
Detecting a new enemy. It's close. Good, you're almost there. I'm
Who
going
we
to
got?
teach you that a mobile suit has its limits, my friend.
We got it's Char, but what is he piloting? Of course he's piloting the song. If I showed up and my mobile suit didn't have legs, I'd think it was a joke. Like, okay guys, very funny, ha ha ha. Alright, where's my actual mobile suit assignment? Seriously, the enemy's right outside. Oh fucking hell, that one edge. Oh good, that got wasted easy enough. Oh,
I won't let you bring me down.
if I had wanted an easier time, I should take out the gun cannon first. But because I'm a masochist, I'm gonna leave my back turned to him. Come on. Come on. Drop. Bingo. Nicked him in the shoulder. Now what would be an even bigger pain in the ass is if you actually had to fight the little detachable head escape pod bullshit. I think that actually might be a flyable unit in Encounters in Space.
Roger.
Just for some reason I can remember it. Maybe it was just because I saw the unlock gallery image for it. I don't know. Who
We're
knows?
attacking the enemy inside the colony laser.
Fantastic.
Destroy the enemy forces.
Xeon Axis, I don't care who they are, they're ruining things for everyone.
He's just so put out by them. Speaking of characters that seem rather odd towards her transition between series. Haman Karn. She goes from being rather, I thought, kind of menacing to batshit insane towards the end of Double Zeta. And then there's everyone's favorite Glimmy Toto. Now, I haven't read Shards to Lead the Fair, so I'm not quite sure how well that worked out, but oh, for fuck's sake. How can you die? Come on, it's the Vulcans. There we go. Once more. Gone. Ooh, that was a miss. Nice try, but I'm a lot quicker than you. That's a good way to dodge, I suppose. Just a tiny sliver on that reinforcement bar as well. Yeah, I suppose I could have used the Gaza C. That would have been annoying.
Roger.
I think that is actually a more useless unit in this game than the RGM-79.
Enemy unit in Great Canyon. Protect the Allied mobile suit from attack.
Oh no, they've taken over the Box Canyon. It's red versus blue all over again.
We're going, everyone. You all got that?
Alright, let's do this. Ooh, come on.
Move it.
Doesn't have very good traction control, this gym. Shit. I don't know what he was thinking there, but alright.
Right there.
Come on. You and I are gonna fight a little slowpoke here. You have no chance, Zaku. Come on, where'd you go? I hate how this thing can't track in the air very well. Come on. Nice. Partner actually was useful that time. Used again and claw. Ow. Definitely claw. Alright, we're about to have some troubles here. Switch targets. Shit. Get back up. Oh, balls. Oh, hell.
I won't let you bring me down.
Not gonna bring you down. Because I'm the champion. I'm a champion. Oh, shit.
I'm not the enemy.
Oh, balls. I couldn't dodge quick enough.
You're almost
I'll
there.
be destroyed if this keeps up.
Quick, strap the torso of the gym full of C4. When it blows up, it'll take everything else with it. Oh, wait, this isn't the 8th MS team.
Mission over.
Who's next?
Yeah, if I manage to actually get this up to level 15
Please
here,
return.
Judo
my
Washington,
my
returning.
life bar is going to go down a lot quicker than that. It usually takes about 1 or 2 hits and it's over with at that point.
Attack the enemy at the gate of Zeta.
Can do.
Destroy the enemy mobile.
I'm fighting a lot of generic units. I'm surprised there's not a lot of named mobile suits outside of
Going,
Shar's
everyone. You all got
painted
that?
versions. Let's do this. Come on, Rick Diaz. Now, back towards that Ace argument. It's kind of come a little weird with Apolli and Roberto because a lot of people believe they were retconned into becoming Xeon soldiers during the One-Year War when in fact they were Federation. People bring up evidence that, for example, when the AU forces figure out that Char is in fact, or Quattro Bagina is in fact Char Aznable, a lot of people are shocked, including, I believe Roberto, I believe, who is actually shown? He is actually shocked for it. So if he's supposedly a wingman for Char, Wouldn't he have already known that? I mean, it's not like, you know, putting on a pair of sunglasses will fool people who you work with, right?
Down, you bastards! Ah! Bastards!
Is that you, cats? Ah, you have a mouth on you.
Got him!
Alright. Should get a little tougher now.
There.
Come on, once more. He's stuck in the ship. Quick, he's in the corner. Get him. Shit stomp on him. Ow. Come on, don't want to lose a unit here. Very few to begin
You
with.
still do it!
Whatever. That actually probably would have drained the entire bar.
Prepare yourself!
Don't have time to be chasing your dumbass.
Come on!
Ah, fuck.
We're at the last patrol!
Got too close.
We'll all be destroyed if this keeps up! The mission
Fuck. I can't believe the Rick Diaz managed to take out both of us. My AI partner should have rushed in the moment he activated the armor boost because he wouldn't have been able to
Everyone,
kill him
I'm sorry.
otherwise. So, that's it. That's the end of that. We got to, was it mission 13, I think? Something like that. With the dueling gym team. It's sad, it really is. But, not too bad, I guess. I got one new type ranking out of that. I cleared 12 stages, played 13. Didn't shoot down any mobile armors, which is surprising. Usually at least one mobile armor is there, whether it's Grabrow or Big Zom or something like that. 38 mobile suits isn't too bad. Made up to Lieutenant. Alright, that's not bad. Let's see where I actually rank on this thing. Just look at them points. See, for one round up until stage 12, because it only counts completed stages, I managed to make 24,000 or so points for use in the gallery mode, which is quite a bit. And it looks like I got a new gallery mode character. I think that might be Judao in all likelihood for it. I'm going to go ahead and save the info. Yep, that's fine. I just want to see my rank here. Alright, managed to go up to 4. So there's Oakenheart 2 up there at second. He managed to get up to stage 12 as well. But for some reason scored more points than me. I don't know why. And then in my first attempt just at points, I managed to score the highest I have had done in a long time. And then there's survival team battle ranking ones, which is where you have a second player join you in this whole thing. But I don't have any of that, so not too worried. Balance of power is deadlocked. Yep, absolutely deadlocked. As far as I know, there's nothing you get out of that if you can manipulate that bar like towards 100% AU, especially for survival mode, because there's technically no end to it. But you know what? Let's take a look at that gallery character I unlocked. I think it is Judao, but we'll look at it. Let's see here. Not much has really changed here. I've just bought a couple of little things here and there as points went on. As I said before, I'm not going to be unlocking every single thing out of this because most of them are, well, useless. I was really only going after things that would unlock mobile suits or mobile armors, that type of thing. Alright, where's our new character at? Yep, that's who it was. It was, in fact, Judao. Alright, so we'll unlock that. You know what, let's go look at Judao here. I mean, I've completed some of them here. Warships are completely done. Mobile armors aren't done yet. I'm missing quite a few of those, surprisingly. I think most of them are secret containers, which are a crapshoot of just luck. Nearly all of my characters are done, so with illustrations, videos are complete, etc. That's just random stuff most of the time. Yeah, just shuttle, saberfish, that type of thing. Tin Cod, I forgot about that whole suit. I really wish you could have piloted the Junior MS, but unfortunately not. Yes, the capsule, and spoiler alert, that's where Camille's mother dies in that. Whoopsie doodles. Let's see. Alright, yeah, that's my character. I was going to look at the characters here. Let's take a look at Judao. Where are you, Judao? I'm not sure where he's... Oh, there he is. It's kind of hard to miss that normal suit there. Let's see. Partner of choice is Camille or Fa, a boy from the Shangri-La colony who is caught up in the fight against Neo Zeon and becomes the pilot of the double Zeta Gundam.
Buzzing around like a fly, I'll finish you off with the double Zeta!
Buzzing! Man, some one-liners out of this kid.
Mon and I will put an end to this. That's what she wants too. Get rid of everything that creates hate, everything that helps make it grow.
Well, then that would mean probably getting rid of humanity in and of itself, because we allow
What are
hate
you
to grow.
looking at? Buzzing around like a fly.
Okay, so that's about
I'll
all that.
finish you off with the double Zeta.
Now, that's about it, folks. We've basically completed everything here. There's not a whole lot that's different. I don't know. Let's try activation of Zeta. Nah, where's my Char music? I need to hear that. I'm not even sure what that's called. Call of Space? No, that doesn't sound like it. Char's Dilemma. Nope. Char's Advice? Nope. And that's all I've unlocked, because I don't have the rest of them done. Oh, that's where that came from. There we go. Did like that music for it. So that's about it, folks. That's the end of this Let's Play. I do recommend this game if you are a Gundam fan. It is a very good arcade Gundam game. If you like Federation vs. Zeon, then you will definitely get along with this game fantastically. However, if you're not a fan of Federation vs. Zeon and that gameplay style and similar elements to Crossfire, then I'd say I wouldn't recommend this. If you're trying to get somebody into this game, I would probably have them look into Federation vs. Zeon rather than this as a first game to go through. One, it's more accessible. It's also quicker to go through the one-year war UC campaign rather than this, which took forever. It took 90-something parts, I think? Yeah, something like that. That's a lot of time for it. And if you think about 20 minutes average time per video, that's a long time to complete UC mode for a tiny little green Haro. Which, matter of fact, have I shown off that little green Haro? Let's take a look here. I don't even know what he counts as. There he is. I think I showed him off now. Memory. Long time ago. There's my little Haro. Mascot of the Gundam series. I love how he also counts as a ground/space type. I don't know why, but he does. Little Haro there, bud. Pretty iconic. He's pretty much appeared in every Gundam series, including most of the AU series. Let's see here. As to what I'm going to be doing next, I do have a couple of things in mind. However, I won't be able to record them and play them the exact same way that I have now. I've been doing all of this using the PlayStation 2 emulator. Now, for whatever reason, I'm using discs for these things. These are ones I've bought at flea markets or game shows, GameStop, that type of thing. For some reason, the PES2 emulator, it can't handle some of these games. Some of them play okay. Zeonic Front plays alright. It just has a lot of trouble with anything towards a cutscene and certain texture types, and when it just completely fails to load them and crashes. I've also had problems with the save files for that one as well. Encounters in Space is almost completely unplayable just because a lot of the textures for everything in the game disappear or don't even appear to begin with. It's kind of interesting to try and fly the RX-78 around when you can't really see it. Like I was only able to see the shield and the beam rifle, which is interesting. There are other games that I have in mind, but I want to see about getting these to record first. And towards that regard, I might actually go out and get a capture card and see about something along those lines. But that's going to cost me a little bit of money first. So it may be just a couple of, maybe a quick minute before I get those up and running for it. But I'm glad if anybody enjoyed it. If you didn't, well, I'm not sure why you stuck around for 120-something parts of me talking to myself, completely intoxicated. But whatever, to each their own. I'll have something up here, I'm hoping soon, but if not, it may be a little while. Bear with me, and thank you for joining me for Let's Play Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam. Until next time, folks, see ya!